This is the Bentley Bentayga V8S. And it is undoubtedly one of the most luxurious SUVs. Oh, look what the cat dragged in. What is he doing here?
Victoria!
Rory, this is my shoot, my Bentley.
Yeah, I know. I heard you were doing a little item on the best SUV money can buy. And I think you can't do that without including this.
The Ferrari Purosangue.
Excellent pronunciation there. Well done.
Thank you so much. But you know we couldn't include this because Ferrari says it's not an SUV, it's not a crossover, it's a sports car.
Yeah, I know that's what they say, but it literally ticks all the same boxes as the Bentayga, right?
Okay.
Jacked up suspension, tick,
Tick,
4 doors,
tick.
tick, some space on the inside, tick. It's basically an everyday family car just with a few Ferrari badges on it.
It's very lovely.
It's lovely.
But let me show you what a real SUV is all about.
Bentayga.
Yes. So, to start with, I have got a nice high presence on the road.
Acceptable.
22-inch wheels. You've got 22-inch wheels, but look at the profile of my tyres. That just says, yeah, I can go anywhere. When it was launched in 2016, the Bentayga's appearance was not universally acclaimed. But 8 years have passed, and people have clearly warmed to the big Bentley's looks. The £169,000 Bentayga accounts for 44% of Bentley's sales. This is a proper practical SUV.
Yeah. Listen, I thought you might have a little disagreement with me on this, and that's why I've gone ahead and taken the liberty of arranging a little road trip. Stay there, all right? Watch this.
So exciting. Oh, where are we going to go?
Now, you know what this is all about?
No.
We are going to go and catch some salmon. These are yours.
You're too kind.
All right,
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah, thanks.
To help us decide which high-riding premium SUV is best, I've planned the perfect route from the glorious cobbled streets of Edinburgh through the spectacular driving roads of the Cairngorms National Park before ending at the legendary Cawdor Castle.
Along the way, we'll be picking up a few items to make our castle stay all the more luxurious.
But our first challenge is to navigate a path through Edinburgh's morning rush hour.
Now, this might be 5 metres long and weigh 2,400 kilograms, but it is really nimble to thread through town, absolute fingertip stuff on the steering, so it doesn't feel like a big, heavy car at all. Crawling through stop-start traffic is what these cars will spend a lot of their time doing, and it gives me the perfect opportunity to bask in the Bentley's opulent interior. It is incredibly spacious. I have got swathes of leather, lovely stitching, carbon fibre. In the centre, there's such a lovely mix of a digital dash and proper physical, glossy, shiny buttons. It's incredibly well soundproofed, this car. I know I'm going over a cobbled street, but I can't hear anything. That is very impressive. But this car wasn't built for negotiating narrow city streets. Its 4-litre twin-turbo V8 has 542 horses at its disposal. The Bentayga was designed to cross continents quickly and in comfort.
Now, I do like that Bentley, but can I just say, the Ferrari Purosangue is the most amazing, not an SUV I have ever seen. It is stunning. We need to talk about the name, first of all. So Purosangue is Italian, obviously. Puro, meaning pure, and sangue, meaning blood, pure blood. In other words, thoroughbred. And I know you might look at it and think it's not the most athletic-looking Ferrari in the world. Why are they calling it thoroughbred? But it really does stay true to that Ferrari DNA, especially with that engine.
At its heart is a 6.5-litre V12 with an incredible 715 horsepower.
The engine is relatively quiet at normal speeds. The throttle pedal is easy to modulate. The brakes seem quite smooth as well, despite being carbon ceramics. The steering is nice and light. It's brilliant. Can we just talk about the gadgets in this car as well? We've got this huge curved display on my dashboard, which has Apple CarPlay. I've got a third screen over here for my passenger to enjoy. And then in the middle, a little digital display that kind of is motorized. It rises up out of the dashboard. I can twist it, I can prod it, I can use it to control my seats. I've got massage. They are on top of their game with this car. Oh yeah.
It takes 313 grand to put you in the driving seat, and then you gotta fill it up. It guzzles the good stuff at a rate of 1 gallon every 16 miles. I guess that's the downside of driving a family car that can hit 62 in just 3.3 seconds.
I'll tell you what, that's what I love about the Purosangue. It doesn't copy the format that everyone else does. You got the Bentayga, you got the Urus, you got the Audi RS Q8, all using twin-turbo V8s, and then Ferrari rock up with a 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 in an SUV. It just doesn't make sense.
Having cleared Edinburgh's congested streets, we could finally head north and let our luxury SUVs stretch their legs.
Oh, tunnel!
Yes, Rory, yes!
That's gonna get expensive. My fuel is gonna be draining out of this thing.
Oh, jeez. Rory, are we going over that beautiful bridge?
Yes. So that is the Queen's Ferry Bridge, and apparently it's one of the biggest infrastructure projects ever undertaken in Scotland. Look at the size of it!
While the bridge is a masterpiece in itself, it's also our gateway to the Cairn Gorms and some of the most exhilarating roads in Britain.
Later, we check out our vehicle's utility when it comes to sport by trying our hands at fly fishing.
You've hooked yourself.
Oh, that's rubbish. And we start to discover the true cost of all-terrain luxury.
£4,500 if you want to go off-road in an off-roader.
Rory and Vicki are becoming a laird and lady on their 2-day road trip from Edinburgh to Cawdor Castle, deep in the Scottish Highlands.
And as noble folk need noble cars, I'm driving the Bentley Bentayga, a premium SUV. This car is as quiet, as comfortable, as smooth, as serene as it was at 10 miles an hour around Edinburgh. It is effortless.
While I've got the wheel of Ferrari's Purosangue. Ferrari say it's not an SUV, and right now, I'm not sure what it is either. But one thing I do know is that it is insanely fast.
I am in heaven.
Having crawled through the rush hour traffic, I was keen to give my right leg a stretch too. I like that fruity little V8 noise. I know it's not a patch on the raucous V12 of Rory's, but it's a lovely purring sound that's addictive. So I'll do it again. Sweet.
I bet Vicky's probably feeling quite smug that she's in that Bentley, but actually, I'm in the Ferrari feeling pretty good as well. This is a great little motorway cruiser. The first thing I notice is that it's very quiet in here. The seats are also very comfortable. They're supportive, but without digging into your body.
And we'll be needing supportive seats because it was time to turn our back on the dual carriageway and head for the Cairn Gorms. Home to some of Britain's most exhilarating driving roads.
This road is full of amazing undulations. This is really testing the car's suspension. But I want it to be a bit more dynamic, so I'm going to switch the driving mode to sport, and instantly I can feel everything tighten up. The steering becomes a little heavier, which is exactly what I want. I am loving these undulations, and the Bentley is coping really well.
Right. Vicky's speeding up. What does the Ferrari feel like on the twisty stuff? Well, Ferrari say this isn't an SUV, it's a sports car, and I can confirm it doesn't actually feel like an SUV. It doesn't really feel like a sports car either. It just feels like a Ferrari.
soaring along these amazing B-roads with that V12 at full song. The Purosangue's blend of power and ride height is beginning to make sense.
You got so many undulations and dips in the road that in Ferrari's low-slung sports cars, the car might bottom out and you might damage your carbon fiber front end. But in this, because we got extra ground clearance, there's less danger of that and you can push on. This might be, in the real world, the quickest Ferrari that you can buy.
Now that the adrenaline was well and truly pumping, it felt like it was time for a change of pace.
So, on our right-hand side is the River Spey, and me and you are going fishing.
Woohoo! To access the prime fishing grounds, we had to take our SUVs off-road. Albeit briefly. Thankfully, both cars survived the treacherous dirt track, and their flat boots both provide ample space to prepare our tackle.
Salmon are very elusive. They're normally found in the current, so that's where you got to aim, apparently.
In the current. Okay, cool. All right.
Have you done fly fishing before?
No. What's your experience of fly fishing?
Literally this right now.
Okay.
That's knotted. That's gone wrong.
Why don't I crack on, eh?
What's your technique?
Just putting it in the current, Rory.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I quite like that cast.
That's strong.
I'm not sure if you've got the patience for this, Rory, but it's a hilarious bit of entertainment for me. I've got something!
What? Shut up.
It was obvious our salmon supper wasn't going to be coming along anytime soon, so we retreated to the comfort of our SUV boots. How about a game of something, Rory?
Yep, what?
I say optional extra, top trumps.
Okay, cool. All right, Bentley v Ferrari.
Yeah. With the base Bentayga S costing £197,300 and the Purosangue starting at a whopping £313,000, neither car is cheap. But they're also dripping with optional extras which come at a premium. The question is, how much? May I go first?
Go for it.
So I'm going to go satin paint work. Guess how much?
That doesn't look like it costs more than £1,000.
£24,000.
24 grand! Ferrari have a special paint finish, 4-layer paint, £20,000.
20,000, that was similar.
Similar, but it doesn't look like vomit.
Fancy stereo system.
I know the name stereo in the Bentayga's pretty good. I'm gonna go 6 grand.
7.
7, okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Completely free, included in the price.
Well, to be fair, I think most things should be included in that price. How about my all-terrain system?
You got to pay extra for all terrain.
Oh, I didn't want to confess that, but yes.
How much?
£4,500.
£4,500 if you want to go off-road in an off-roader.
For those special modes.
Mine is non-existent, so free. Again, it doesn't off-road, not really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can I win that one?
I think you win, because this Ferrari's £410,000. So yeah, you can have it.
Woo. Still doesn't catch as a salmon though, does it? Rory and I are living the lives of Scottish aristocracy as we enjoy a 2-day Highland fling with a pair of high-riding luxury motors. The Bentley Bentayga, which is unapologetically a sports utility vehicle, and Ferrari's Purosangue, that apparently isn't.
This might be, in the real world, the quickest Ferrari that you can buy.
Yesterday's fly fishing excursion proved that our cars could handle a bit of soft roading, but our catch was disappointing.
Oh, I've got something.
A rock is
It's
what
a
you've
rock.
got.
So what next, Vicky?
Well, I'm thoroughly enjoying looking at your car, but I think I need to drive your car just to check its sort of, you know, its all-round drivability, and maybe you can sit in the back to see if it is everyday usable for a family, for example.
You just want to drive my Ferrari.
Yeah.
I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
No, never. Thank you. So, you're going to go into this tiny little, weeny little
No.
Oh, yeah.
Because this isn't an ordinary door. This is actually suicide doors. So you do that,
Okay.
and it opens for you. And I can pour myself in like a lady, like that. And I've got loads of leg room, loads of headroom, and motorised. Ciao.
Right.
Be very careful. It's got 715 horsepower.
The Ferrari's carbon black interior isn't as luxurious as my Bentley, but I'm not here for the soft furnishings.
Oh, does your Bentley make that noise?
No.
Oh,
It's not as vicious as I thought it was going to be.
no, it's quite a smooth surge of torque and power, isn't it?
Yeah. The steering feel, the driving position, the noise, the speed. It is definitely Ferrari.
Much as I was enjoying being chauffeured in the Purosangue, I was ready to take my turn in the Bentayga.
Wow. Your chairs are better. These seats are a lot more comfortable than the Ferrari. The Ferrari's not bad, but this feels like an armchair. What's it like in the back?
Capacious. I've got an enormous amount of headroom. It's really light. I've got an armrest with 2 cup holders. I have got a lovely sort of sunscreen on the rear window, which pops down electrically.
Nice, nice.
Oh, yeah.
For creature comforts, the Bentley wins hands down, and it might be better suited to the Highland climate too.
I think with this car, there's that sense of security with it. It feels a bit more robust and a bit more like it will be able to handle snowy weather, rain, that sort of thing, a bit better than the Ferrari.
So this is more practical, more usable, and more comfortable.
Yeah.
It was time to return to our own cars and press on. But having failed to bag a salmon, I still wanted to pick up a Scottish delicacy. Did you just see that sign that we passed?
Oh, for distillery?
Yes. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I hope I'm thinking what you're thinking.
Boot test.
That's not what I was thinking.
Oh. Here at the Tomartin distillery, they use bourbon barrels to age their famous Scottish whisky. Perfect for adding a smoky sweetness. Also perfect for testing the practicality of an SUV's boot.
You are having a laugh.
So let's see if it goes into the Bentleys. Okay, lads. Oh,
That's gone in.
yeah.
Fair play. Will the boot shut, though?
Right, boys, if you get the other one and pop that in the Ferrari.
That's actually not bad. I mean, walk in the park, fair play.
Now it's Rory's turn. And in another Ferrari first, the Purosangue's rear seats fold down.
Easy, easy. Oh. See, okay, just a little bit. Go on, just a little. Oh, okay, so I see the problem already. There's a little armrest in the middle, and that's what's stopping it from going in all the way.
Oh, so would you be able to shut the boot?
I think you could shut the boot, like not completely, but sort of like about there. That's basically shut, isn't it?
That is not shut.
Fine.
So case closed, pretty much, like my boot is closed.
Okay, the Purosangue couldn't quite gobble up that giant barrel, but it's still a massive amount of luggage space for a Ferrari.
We're almost at journey's end, and we've given our luxury SUVs a thorough shakedown. The question that remains, though, is which is the better car? I have thoroughly enjoyed my time in the Bentley. It is a really good all-rounder, and I can go for continents and get out as fresh as a daisy. I'm still struggling, though, with the Purosangue. because it's not a 100% sports car. It's not a really good four-seater. Oh, it's really got me foxed, that car.
It's its own thing, and that is what makes it absolutely brilliant. It doesn't have to compete with the likes of the Bentayga. It's created almost a brand new niche all by itself. It can just exist in its own little bubble.
Nicely said, Rory. But before we reach our final destination, we do have to squeeze 2-metre-wide 21st century cars. You're good on the left.
Yours is wider than mine.
Through 15th century gates. Oh my gosh. Can you see me through your mirrors?
You look sort of good. Yeah, you look good.
£24,000 paint intact, we can breathe again. We've made it. Cawdor Castle, the fictional home to Shakespeare's Macbeth.
Does it get any better than this?
2 cracking cars, a wonderful castle, and a great playmate, and a very good organiser. Thank you.
High five.
Yay!
That thing, sensational.
That thing, really good.
Decent.
I think we might have a problem though tonight.
What's that?
We have whiskey.
Yes?
We have no salmon.
That's because you didn't catch any fish. I thought you'd been fishing before.